Today, there's a new brawler in town and a whole new group of characters that cowardly developers refuse to include. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where we didn't have enough time before recording to do up a whole story about the Steam Deck.
Stream Deck.
No, but great point, that is a terrible name for it.
For what?
For Valve's Steam-only handheld Switch kind of thing.
Does it have detachable controllers called Joy-Cons, which is a name we all just accept now?
No to either of those.
Well then, hard pass.
Final Fantasy's Tetsuya Nomura confirmed to Famitsu the question that was on nobody's lips. Yes, they have a working synopsis for a return to Spira in a proposed Final Fantasy X-3, but adding that, quote, it's sleeping right now, because they have other stuff to focus on. It seems like they've been thinking about this for a while, because the 10 and 10.2 HD remaster included a half-hour audio drama that introduced some new characters tangentially connected to the original cast, and told of an impending great danger to Spira before leaving it on a cliffhanger. So something's been rattling around Nomura's head for a while now. But there's absolutely no saying when we'd actually get to play Final Fantasy X-3, because they say they've got to finish making Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we don't know how many parts that is going to end up being. In fact, I'm pretty sure Square Enix doesn't know how many parts that's going to end up being. So basically, something few people asked for is being delayed because they have to finish making a thing lots of people asked for, but that's happening in a way nobody asked for. And seeing how Square Enix operates these days, Final Fantasy X-3 will probably be a combination console release and mobile game, with a side story on Nintendo Switch that features exclusive dress spheres you can only get by taking your PS Vita to participating Japanese 7-Eleven locations.
Did you know that Amazon has a policy for employees who want to make video games on their own time? Software engineer James Liu found out just in time, the time being before he accepted a job at Amazon that would have severely restricted his ability to make a video game. At first blush, Amazon's personal games policy is pretty similar to other companies. I'll paraphrase the first 4 rules. If you make something using company equipment, company knowledge, or other company-owned resources, the company gets the rights to the thing you've made. So, hey, if you want to make a video game, make it at home, on your own time, and with your own equipment. But Amazon's got that spicy flavor of employee oppression going on, so their policy goes further. And let me please quote these at you. Rule number 5 is, to help Amazon improve its platforms, I will make my personal game available via Amazon wherever possible, e.g., if it's a mobile game, I will submit it to the Amazon App Store. If it's a PC game made available for sale, I will submit it for sale on the Amazon platform. And provide feedback on these platforms where practicable. The extent to which Amazon distributes my personal game through its platforms remains within Amazon's sole discretion. In short, I have to sell my game through Amazon, and if I don't, Amazon can decide to sell my game through Amazon. Rule number 6? To help Amazon improve its products and services, I will use Amazon's publicly available products and services in the development and release of my personal game wherever possible. E.g., if I am running a service in the cloud as part of my personal game, I will use Amazon Web Services. If I am using an identity broker for my personal game, I will use Amazon Cognito, etc. And provide feedback on these products and services where practicable. I am responsible for the fees associated with the use of those products and services. Even though I can't use Amazon's resources to develop my game, I had damn well better use all of Amazon's services to develop my game. There's no whenever possible or if it is appropriate to do so here either. If you want cloud services, you will use AWS, and you will pay for it. Rule number 7. I will own my personal game. However, Amazon will not be constrained in its development of games or incur any liabilities by allowing me to develop and release personal games. Accordingly, I hereby grant the following license to Amazon to ensure that Amazon will never be liable to me for any Amazon work on games. I grant to Amazon a royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid-up, perpetual, transferable license to any and all of my intellectual property rights associated with the personal game and my personal game development. As thanks for Amazon letting me own my own game, I owe them a big, wet, perpetual, worldwide kiss on the lips, simply because I worked there while trying to become an indie, and they can sell that sloppy tongue action to anyone else they want without asking me first. And finally, rule number 8. This agreement provides me with an opportunity for personal development and creative expression, and not a means for competing with Amazon Game Studio or operating a meaningful commercial endeavor. As such, under this agreement, I may collaborate on personal games only with other Amazon employees who are eligible under this policy and who have accepted the terms of this agreement, or with minor dependents in my household. I will not work on personal games with anyone else. Hope you like Big Mikey, who sits across from you at your open plan picnic table desk, because he's the only guy you can partner with on the one thing you were counting on to get you out of this corporate hell trough. So if you thought Amazon only treated their warehouse employees like shit, now you know they don't. They treat all their employees like shit. That's collective action.
It's always a big deal to find out which athlete gets on the cover of a sports game. It's like winning the WWE Championship. The powers that be are saying, this person is an exemplar of athleticism, and we believe in them as the public face of our sport. So it's a pretty big deal that for the first time ever, a WNBA player, Candace Parker of the Chicago Sky, will grace the cover of NBA 2K. Well, one of the covers. The main cover features Luka Doncic, and a special edition in celebration of the NBA's 75th anniversary showcases Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kevin Durant, and Dirk Nowitzki. There's also a variant cover of the standard edition exclusive to Japan featuring Rui Hachimura from the Washington Wizards, the first Japanese player taken as a first-round pick. And I don't want to take anything away from Candace Parker here, but I think it's ridiculous for 2K's global marketing VP to talk about, quote, global diversity and how basketball, quote, transcends international boundaries, when the variant cover with Parker is only available in North America and, get this, exclusively at GameStop. Either do it or don't, 2K. Don't talk about how it's a great big thing while relegating it to something lesser. The WNBA already has trouble being taken seriously by media and, frankly, basketball fans. So even though Parker's cover is in celebration of the league's 25th anniversary, and that version includes 7 WNBA jerseys for the game's WNBA career mode, relegating it to GameStop, where the fewest people will see it, isn't really the win they're touting it as. Hopefully Parker at least got a bunch of store credit or something. Stock, maybe?
Hey! Mario's now a watch, everyone! It's made by tag-heuer, and it only costs over $2,000. Look, I get the appeal of smartwatches. I've owned an Apple Watch for a while, and I get they're expensive too. Mine was nowhere near $2,000, though. My phone didn't even cost me $2,000. My first car didn't even cost me $2,000. And come to think of it, I don't think I've even spent $2,000 in one console generation for Nintendo products. But hey, if you like tag-heuer and you've got a little chubby for a big chunky, get yourself a Mario smartwatch and read the time while he stands there staring at you. Oh, he'll also eat a mushroom when you finish 1/4 of your step goal, so now we know where that $2,000 is going.
Millennials of a certain era were surprised to see the announcement and gameplay reveal of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, a Smash Brothers-style cross-franchise brawler featuring characters from Nickelodeon cartoon shows of the 1990s and early 2000s. Currently confirmed characters include Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy, Oblina from Real Monsters, Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold, Leonardo and Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants, Nigel Thornberry smashing in from the Wild Thornberries, and even Invader Zim himself. Folks are pretty sure Korra and Aang from Last Airbender are locks for inclusion, but that's not officially confirmed. At first glance, you'd easily assume this is some cash grab trashware, where a publisher got Nickelodeon to agree to let them make a fast buck with a mediocre Smash Brothers ripoff, but for 90s kids. But the longer you watch the trailer, the more you might realize, wait, the actual gameplay looks good? Or at least made by people who seem to know what they're doing? And you'd be right. It's made by Swedish indie developer Ludosity, who made the well-regarded Smash Brothers-alike Slap City, and they've confirmed on their Discord that not only will Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl feature wave dashing, disclaimer, I don't know what that is, but Smash fans are also very excited about it, but that the game will also feature rollback netcode. Again, I'm not 100%. We've done stories about this, but I know it's very exciting for fighting game fans, and it's something Smash Brothers doesn't even have. When asked for a comment, local Smash Brothers aficionado Adam Savadan said, quote, "I'm pretty sure Nintendo committed some awful war crime on the land of Rollbacklandia that locked them out of residence forever." So it's pretty wild that the game with Reptar, the toy dinosaur from Rugrats, is going to have rollback netcode, but the game with Mario and Sephiroth won't. Now, as for my personal nostalgia, we got some of these shows, sure, but Nickelodeon didn't launch its own Canadian channel until 2009, so to hit the same level of millennial excitement, you'd be looking at 2000's-era Teletoon, which would mean Rocco from Undergrads fighting Jim from Mission Hill and Gandhi from Clone High. You might have to loop YTV into the mix just so you could get characters from Reboot and maybe the Grogs? Or perhaps the greater YTV PJ continuity is too complicated. No, actually, I'm not bitter that we didn't have Nickelodeon back then.
But not Gundam Wing or Escaflowne.
I didn't watch those when I was that age. Also, I'm pretty sure there already is a fighting game for that.
Yeah, there is.
You don't sound very enthusiastic about it.
No, because I've played it.
Ah.
Coming up, the developers of a machine learning auto-aim cheating system have stopped development after Activision asked them to stop. See, if you just ask cheaters to stop cheating, they'll stop. Now, let's have a talk about what to do about bullies.
It's saying a lot for CheckPoint, but I think we were particularly sarcastic this week.
That's good, yeah, good for us.
That watch, by the way. Mm-hmm. 17,655 Norwegian kroner.
I'm glad you could get that in there because I was so pissed off. I was like, I was even going to say, I'm not doing the kroner joke this week because fuck it. This thing is... What gets me is my Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Which again, brand new Apple Watch, most powerful one they've made so far. Right.
That's what they say every time.
It's
the most powerful Apple Watch we've ever made.
They're always upgrading stuff in it. So it does blood oxygen now, and I'm like, neat. Anyway,
cool.
if I swipe like over enough times, eventually Mickey Mouse shows up on my watch face.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse is in there.
Right? And then so is Minnie Mouse. And pretty much I'm sure anybody they wanted at Disney they could probably get a watch face for at this point. And that cost me no extra to have Minnie Mouse show up after Mickey Mouse showed up. And I'm just like, any character could show up on my Apple Watch at any moment. I would have no idea about it. Really, when you think about it. Oh, shit. And it's like
Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy.
It's Rocky Balboa. Like,
right.
And his arms are crossing in weird ways. And it's the thing I don't understand is like, why aren't more places doing that outreach and saying, "Hey, can I get Mario on your Apple Watch? We'll pay you whatever." But I'm sure in this case, like, because I'm like, I don't know, did tag-heuer go to Nintendo and say, "We want to make this so bad, we want to license Mario," or was this kind of like a, we're gonna work together on this?
This seems like the kind of thing where tag-heuer, and it is Heuer?
Oh no, I'm guessing.
Oh God.
Yeah, because I
looked up Luka Doncic. Main cover features Luka Doncic. Damn it, Doncic.
Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
I didn't bother anything. I because Helvetica Neue is not spelled the same way as
Nueva.
Nueva is the
Helvetica Nueva.
If you have the V in it, I guess, isn't it?
No, that's the thing, right? Right? Right?
You pronounce that U with a V sound?
Apparently.
That's the weirdest damn thing. I've heard people say Neue. Huh.
Okay,
I'm
hang on.
glad we have Helvetica
Tag.
now to alleviate that situation.
I always see magazine ads for this, and I just go, tag-heuer.
Yeah.
We are looking at how to pronounce tag-heuer. This is
Heuer.
LVMH.
Why does this sound like the guy from the hydraulic press channel?
They're all from the same neck of the woods, I guess.
Tag. So Heuer. Yeah. So
Heuer,
yeah,
yeah.
you got it. Okay.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
To Helvetica Neue.
Neue.
Helvetica Neue.
Oh, I feel good about that.
Neue.
But we have Helvetica now.
There was the man who taught me about fonts lied to me.
So, though, Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, right.
We don't have a story on it, but still.
It's up for no. You can get in line to you can put $5 down to be in line to pre-order it.
Okay.
That's their sort of like cut out the riffraff plan. It's
And it
like
is-
you got to put the $5 goes towards it.
But it's not like a Steam Link situation where it's like casting stuff over.
No.
Because that's what I thought Steam Link was.
It's $400.
And it's a proper PC.
Yeah.
Runs video games.
Yeah.
And everything's all integrated. So
And it's
you
impossible to Google
have
because
giant
Google.
fat Game Gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's impossible to Google because you put in Steam Deck and it's like you mean Stream Deck? You mean Elgato Stream Deck? And it's like no. So it's $500 Canadian. Comes with a carrying case. $660 Canadian. Comes with a bigger hard drive and faster storage and an exclusive community profile bundle, or $820 Canadian, 512 gigs of storage, premium anti-glare etched glass, an exclusive carrying case, and an exclusive virtual keyboard theme.
I'm led to believe that etched things are the thing for 2021 now, that we're getting etched foils and stuff.
Evidently.
Yes.
7-inch touchscreen,
Ah.
just like the new OLED Switch.
Is it an OLED screen?
I don't think so.
Because there would be competition now.
It's
to try
not.
to-
No. It's got 2 joysticks and 2 like thumb trackpads. It's got
Oh, I
2
saw
little,
those. Yeah.
little trackpads. It's got a gyroscope, 64 gigs of eMMC, or
Yeah.
256 gigs of NVMe SSD,
Right.
or 512 gigs of the same.
Oh, okay.
That's the
so
storage.
You buy the base model, you get embedded MMC, which is not fast.
Yeah.
And then you can trade up to NVMe, which is right on the PCI Express bus, if I remember. So it's super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a bajillion different buttons and a micro SD slot, AMD CPU with some number of flops, 16 gigs of RAM.
I mean, overall, if you're the kind of person who's like, I buy a PC so I can do gaming on it, it's like then you could buy a dedicated little like gaming PC that you can carry around with you everywhere. I guess it's not a bad way to go. Is it going to be as good as tricking out a $3,000 computer? Clearly not.
No,
Most things
'cause
aren't.
it's the fanciest one of these isn't even $1,000 Canadian.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. All right. Enjoy it. I don't need to know or care really if you buy one. Have fun if you do.
Yeah.
That's what it's for, right?
How many kroner is that?
But don't buy that fucking watch. It's a waste of your money.
Yeah.